What's going on, everybody? My name's Lexi, and you are watching The Nerds Table. Cue the intro. Okay, guys, so let me tell y'all about something that I seen. By the way, we're gonna be watching like a video of like some worst injuries from, it's not my video, I didn't make it. It's from Tap Out Corner, and it's called 20 minutes of the worst WWE injuries. We now watching 20 minutes of it. We're gonna watch some of it. If y'all want me to watch more of it, tell me in the comment section below and I'll, do more of that video. By the way, 2K22 is about to come out and I will be playing it when it comes. Anyways, so boom. I was watching NXT, I just watched it today. Don't do that. I did just watch it today, don't do that. So I was watching NXT, I watched it today. I was watching Roxanne Perez's match, and I was like, yo, they were putting on a match, right? And I'm like, yo, dang, she collapsed, right? Then I go on Google, cause I'm like, oh, is WWE gonna like play through the, through the collapsing? Like, what are they gonna do next? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking WWE gonna release some information about what's going on. They didn't. Wikipedia, on the other hand, said that apparently Roxanne Perez is dead. So I don't know. Roxanne, if you're alive, I don't know, give us a sign. Anyways, let's get this started. Thank y'all for all y'all support on the last video. I'm like so grateful that I have such like a strong like group of people that are like really helping me out here. Like, I thank all of you guys that comment, that like, and that subscribe. I got some commenters down there that consistently comment, so thank you guys. You know what I'm saying? I got like people, I thank you guys. I got new subscribers. Welcome, come sit at this table with us. We the Nerds Table. It's our table. We better than everybody and everything. You don't gotta be a nerd to just sit here. You could be a geek. You could be whatever you want to be. Whatever you want to be in this world, you could be. Anyways, let's start this so that the video's not too long, because y'all, literally, I'm just getting off work, sitting down, and making this video for y'all. Literally. That's why I need y'all to like that button, hit that like button. That's why I need y'all to comment. That's why I need y'all to subscribe. That's why I need y'all to share it with everybody you know. I mean, I don't want to go to work every single day. I want to do this every day. And the only way to do that to get our channel where it needs to go. So
then by taking on Nia Jax live on Raw. The two had a good match, but at one point, Ripley accidentally cut Jax near her eye. As the fight continued, the cut became worse and worse until almost half of Nia Jax's face was covered in blood. Luckily,
see, y'all be talking about Nia Jax be injuring people. What about Rhea Ripley? She just cut her over her eye.
Force was able to finish the match. However, she ended up losing when Rhea Ripley rolled her up for the 3 count. The SmackDown Women's Championship match at WrestleMania 37 was phenomenal. Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair destroyed each other and would do anything to win.
Ooh.
However, when the boss tried to mess with Belair's hair, that was going too far.
Why are you kicking me in the head?
Oh my God! It was just
I would have been mad.
Immediately, Banks had a mark where Bianca Belair's hair whipped her. Luckily, the match was over shortly after that. This next injury wasn't caused by a move at all. In early 2021, the Hurt Business was having some issues with the Lucha House Party. This led to a series of matches against the two teams. While the match started competitive, MVP, Cedric Alexander, and Shelton Benjamin eventually got things under control and isolated Grand Metalik from his tag team partners. One mistake was all it took though. When MVP came running into the ring, his right knee suddenly blew out. It was clear that something was wrong, as MVP had to hop around for the rest of the match. To throw salt into the wound, the Hurt Business ended up losing the match. Luckily, MVP continued to appear on TV, even though he couldn't wrestle.
What happened to his knee?
At WrestleMania 37, Sheamus won the United States
Championship. Do y'all know what happened to
Championship.
MVP's knee? What happened to his knee, y'all? Ow!
One of the Celtic Warriors' first challengers was Humberto Carrillo, and the two would compete in several matches. One of them had a painful ending, however. Humberto and Sheamus were wrestling like normal when Carrillo went to perform a sunset flip on Sheamus. Unfortunately, Sheamus' entire body fell directly on Humberto's left leg. It looked like the Celtic Warrior let go of the rope a bit too late, causing him to land on his opponent. Humberto Carrillo never got up from the floor, and eventually the referee called off the match. Another injury would occur.
Oh, look at his nose!
A few weeks after Humberto's injury, Sheamus was wrestling Ricochet. Thanks to some help from Carrillo, Ricochet was able to pin the US champion. This set up a second match between Sheamus and Humberto Carrillo, and this is where things went very wrong. The luchador punched the Celtic Warrior in the face, but accidentally hit Sheamus on the nose.
Oh!
Within seconds, Sheamus was bleeding. It only got worse as the match continued, and Sheamus began to look like a monster in a slasher movie. On top of that, Sheamus also lost the match. Following the injury, Sheamus would have to undergo surgery and wear a protective mask while his nose healed.
Oh,
after losing the Women's Tag Team
dog.
Championship at the Royal Rumble, Asuka and Charlotte Flair got a chance to avenge their loss a few weeks later. The Queen and the Empress teamed up to take on the women who had taken their titles, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. After fighting for a while, the Empress of Tomorrow got Nia on the mat and locked in rescue and kicked Asuka in the face. Baszler accidentally hit a bit too hard, and one of Asuka's teeth went flying out of her mouth. Of course, this wasn't planned. Because of it, the Empress of Tomorrow had to take a short amount of time off to recover. Before Daniel Bryan was released from WWE, he had a series of great matches with Cesaro. The two gave it their all, but things did go wrong. During one of their matches on SmackDown, Daniel Bryan hit Cesaro with a huge missile dropkick shortly after the match started. Somehow, the move created a cut on the side of Cesaro's head. At first, it didn't seem too bad, but it quickly got worse and worse. By the end of the match, the cut was looking pretty nasty. Despite the loss of blood, the Swiss Superman managed to win the match. On NXT, Roderick Strong...
I don't know how y'all get through them head cuts. I'd be panicking, y'all.
From Russia, Ilya Draganov took Roderick Strong up on his offer, and the two went at it. Draganov took Strong to his version of Suplex City, but Ilya accidentally did some damage to himself. Roderick Strong fell on Ilya Dragunov's head, which caused the Russian wrestler to start bleeding between the eyes. It only got worse as the match went on, but the pain was worth it, as Ilya Dragunov won the match. The cut was so bad, however, that Dragunov needed stitches afterward. Be prepared to cringe in 3, 2...
Look, Bianca, I want you to know this. If I ever have a match with you, ever, right? Like, you know how they be doing them little filler matches, them little, oh, you're fighting a YouTuber. If I ever have to do a match with you, right? If you hit me with that hair, okay? I'm letting you know this. If you hit me with that hair, all acting's off, I'm going full force. I don't know if I'm gonna win, but I'm going full force. Don't hit me with that hair. No.
Becky Lynch started messing with her opponent, Bianca Belair's hair. As you just saw, it didn't work out well for Becky. Moments after the hair whip, a huge red mark formed on Lynch's stomach. It didn't put Becky Lynch out of action, but that had to hurt. The next time Becky and Bianca would face off in the ring was at WrestleMania 38. Unfortunately, someone suffered a nasty injury during this match too. At one point, it looked like Becky was trying to perform a vertical senton. Something was off, and the only thing that connected was Becky Lynch's boot with Bianca Belair's face. Despite the painful accident, Belair continued the match and ended up winning the Raw Women's Championship. It looked like Bianca was fine, but the next night on Raw, we saw just how extensive Belair's injury was. Her left eye looked terrible, but despite that, Bianca Belair was still in good spirits. Hopefully this doesn't mean that 2022 is cursed, but the very first WWE match of the year had someone getting injured. Cesaro and Ricochet were facing off against Sheamus and Ridge Holland during the Day 1 kickoff show. Only about a minute into the match, and Cesaro flipped Ricochet onto Ridge Holland.
I love that fit. I wish Ricochet would bring that fit back out. I love that fit.
Ridge soon tagged out and wasn't seen for the rest of the match. We learned later that the botched move broke Ridge Holland's nose. Thankfully, it wasn't too serious, and Ridge Holland was wrestling again soon. But in a scary coincidence, Ridge would later botch a move that could have ended someone's career. While teaming with Sheamus, Ridge Holland was in a match with Kofi Kingston and Big E. Holland and Big E were fighting on the outside, leading to Ridge hitting E with an overhead belly-to-belly suplex. Big E didn't get high enough, causing his head to land on the floor. It was incredibly scary to see, and the accident caused Big E to break his neck. After getting medical attention, it was thankfully discovered that Big E's spinal cord wasn't injured and he would not need surgery. However, as of right now, E has not wrestled since that match. Drew McIntyre began 2022 by feuding with Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss. Their rivalry went on for a few months and included a match at Elimination Chamber. At the event, McIntyre took on Moss in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Even though they could fight anywhere, the most painful moment of the match actually happened in the ring. The match had only been going on for a few minutes when Drew McIntyre planned Madcap Moss with an Alabama slam. Something went wrong because Madcap landed headfirst on the mat. The most shocking part is that Madcap Moss walked it off and continued the match like the whole thing didn't happen. In his WrestleMania debut, Rick Boogs had the huge honor of being part of the opening match. Boogs teamed up with Shinsuke Nakamura to challenge the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos. Shinsuke started the match, but after a bit of fighting, tagged out with Rick Boogs. Rick was running wild, but his rampage came to an abrupt stop when his knee suddenly gave out when he lifted both Usos on his back. Rick Boogs quickly tagged out with Nakamura. It turned out that Boogs tore his quadricep and hasn't been in action since the injury. In February 2022, Randy Orton and Matt Riddle found themselves in a tag team match against the Street Profits.
Sorry, I'm so
on
quiet,
Raw.
guys.
The match
These
was
are
going
crazy.
smoothly until the finish.
Oh.
Montez Ford performed his signature frog splash on Orton, but Ford's position was off and he landed on Randy's shoulder. The Viper was clearly in pain after the botched move, but thankfully it wasn't anything serious. On SmackDown, Natalya took on Shayna Baszler in a one-on-one match, but Ronda Rousey was in Baszler's corner. Baszler didn't need any help though, as she's able to beat her opponent on her own. After the match though, Rousey told Shayna the job wasn't finished yet, leading to the Queen of Spades nailing Natalya with a knee to the face. The move actually did connect though, and Natalya's nose was broken and bleeding. Unfortunately, the accident actually dislocated Natalya's nose, and it required her to undergo surgery.
How do you have a dislocated nose? What happens there? I don't. Is it just like? It just like kind of dangles there. Like, oh my god. Okay. All right. That's all I can take for today, guys. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if y'all want me to do more of this video. It's 20 minutes long, and I ain't about that life. So let me know if y'all want me to do more of the video. I definitely will if that's what y'all want to see. This video was crazy, and it was just released, so don't come for me. Tap out corner, don't do that. Don't come for me. I'm a growing YouTube channel. Help me, don't come for me. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for all the support that you guys have been giving me. I truly appreciate it. Thank you. So to end this off, my name is Lexi, and you've just watched The Nerds Table. Peace.